In 2024, Rolex sold around 1,176,000 watches, generating roughly $12.1 billion in revenue and securing about 32% of the global Swiss watch market. Welcome to a world where time isn't just money, it's speculation. Over the last 5 years, luxury watches have transformed from mere status symbols into investment vehicles. The Graf Diamond's hallucination leads the pack in 2025 at $55 million, covered with more than 110 carats of rare colored diamonds. Its price tag comparable to Kim Kardashian's Hidden Hills mansion, but that's the exception. Most luxury watches, they lose value. Today we'll ask, are they a real investment or just an expensive flex? In our digital age, interest in traditional watches has become more niche. Most of us focus on devices that track workouts, count steps, and monitor heart rates, not just tell time. But the conversation about money and returns has made luxury watches much more popular. The numbers prove it. In 2023, Rolex reported $10.5 billion in revenue, about 29% of the market. By 2024, revenue jumped to $11.8 billion and a 32% share. Patek Philippe also grew from $2.05 billion to $2.3 billion in sales, moving 72,000 watches and grabbing 7.1% of the market. Watches are no longer about time, they're about power, legacy, and image. That's why global icons front these brands. Roger Federer for Rolex, Leonardo DiCaprio for Tag Heuer, Jay-Z for Hublot, Beyoncé for Patek. The real turning point came when watches stopped being accessories and became symbols of status. Handmade assembly, complex mechanisms can take up to 12 months to complete. Materials, gold, platinum, sapphire, diamonds, the most expensive natural resources on Earth. By the way, we've got a video about the world's most valuable assets. Check it out after this one. Sponsorships. Rolex spends up to $500 million a year sponsoring tennis, Formula One, and golf, helping make these sports global, elite, and expensive. Advertising. The brand also spends over $100 million annually on media campaigns. Artificial scarcity. Demand always outpaces supply. The goal is to keep watches out of reach for most, creating a sense of exclusivity, like joining a private club. Think Hermes Birkin bags. You don't just walk in and buy one. First, you buy belts, scarves, attend events, and maybe then you'll make it onto the waiting list. It's not just a purchase, it's an entry ticket into a closed circle where price means more than money. It signals social rank. In 90% of cases, luxury watches don't make you money. They lose value, but there are some exceptions worth noting. Reality. Most models depreciate. Take the day date. The average resale price is about $33,000, the same as retail. No growth. Even popular sports models like the Submariner or Datejust have flattened or dipped slightly. According to City AM, the green dial Submariner, nicknamed the Starbucks, dropped 8 to 10% in resale value over the past year. The exception, the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711. Retail started at about $30,000. At its peak, the green dial version sold for over $300,000, while the Tiffany edition went for $6.5 million at auction, a true frenzy. In 2025, depending on reference and condition, Nautilus prices range from $110,000 to $300,000. Long-term growth. Rolex as a steady asset. Bob's Watches analysis shows the Datejust rose, plus 639% from $1,150 in 2010 to $8,500 in 2025. The GMT Master 2 grew plus 506%. The Submariner remains one of the most in-demand models. These aren't hype spikes, but steady investments, more like real estate. If you want to make money on watches, forget luck. That $6 million Tiffany sale was luck. The real strategy is in models like the Datejust, which grow steadily over time. The key is to understand 3 things: rarity, demand, and timing. Because this market isn't like a savings account or real estate. Watches can be investments, but that's a side effect. Their main purpose is something else. In a world where words are cheap, the real signals come from actions, and few are louder than the watch on your wrist. You don't have to say a word. Wear a Patek Philippe or an Audemars Piguet, and you're in with elite circles, from Wimbledon VIP boxes to Zurich investor clubs. That's why luxury watches are more than accessories. They're social passports. A Rolex Submariner long ago became a symbol of confidence and lasting success. It's like an invisible visa into a world where details matter. matter. Warren Buffett has worn a Rolex day-date for decades. Tom Hanks is a lifelong Omega fan. Johnny Depp often shows up with vintage Cartier. Their choices aren't random. They're part of their public identity. If you truly love watches, buy what you love. Forget resale charts. Forget who wore what at the Met Gala. Gary was right. The channel about personal finance, wealth, and how to level up your life. Hit subscribe so you don't miss videos that don't just inspire you. They help shift your mindset and change your reality.